Hello, team. We're just gonna do a quick recording about how to build your business or your team in a sense of building your team of supervisors with people that want to go faster in the business and maybe build this as a career and are willing to go faster. So first thing to understand is that it's very clear to have a clear strategy for growth. And people with the biggest checks are not because they're better salespeople or better recruiters. It's more because their consistency and and discipline and strategy in doing this. So this is a plan for 3 years. We're talking about like if you have three active supervisors from level, and they do 2,500 every month, most likely your total income for a whole year will be 27,000 in checks in royalties, on top of your retail and wholesale, right? And if this 27 would have three, I mean, these three would have three each. That's nine supervisors second level, and the total income will be 54. And if these nine people duplicate that and each have three people doing 2,500, this will be 27 on the third level, so a total of 39 people. And that will put you on the millionaire team, which is, in this example, maybe $100,000 a year. Now, keep in mind that the biggest difference is that it might be the same three people, but they still don't have people underneath them, meaning they don't have teams yet. So it's very important to understand that every person from level you have, the biggest opportunity there is not just for them to help people and get customers and help them get great results, which is very, very important, but it's also so they also teach other people to do the same, and they can multiply their effort with a network of people doing the same. Now, in the next example, we're talking about if this is you, and you have these five people, which are your front level, meaning you brought them to the business personally, and each one is doing 2,500 value points. That's 12,500 points on the front level, on the first level, which is people directly underneath you. And if they're active and you're doing your 2,500 points too as a supervisor, you earn 5% royalties, which is about 625. Now, it's so important to if you have a local support weekly training support system, to plug into that and then plug your people into that. That way this duplication and multiplication can happen fast. If you don't have anything like that, make sure you build your own. Start doing your once a week organizational meeting at least, with your team members, and the first hour could be maybe a product training and some business and testimony opportunity. That way people can bring guests, and then after that you can stay maybe for one more hour with team members to just talk about maybe the marketing plan, strategies, how to get customers, develop new goals and stuff like that. But make sure you have this teamwork weekly, at least once a week. And if it's live, it's better. Live is always better. Now we can also use the internet and the video conference and all these other tools, which are great, but especially at least once a week will be great to do it in person. uh, Now the biggest key about that is that if there is a team of people working together, then you guys' strength multiply, and then everybody can bring guests to that meeting or to that training, and eventually maybe could move from a house to a little hotel room, which or a little office where you can like do weekly trainings and stuff. And so in this example, if these people, let's say that it takes them 6 months coming to the trainings and being active at least once a week to develop a 2,500 customer, a 25 to 30 customer base, client customer base, in which allow them to produce 2,500 to maybe 5,000 points every month, at least 2,500. And let's say that these people in the next 6 months, they each plug five people into the same trainings. So duplicate you, not just like learn themselves, but in a whole year, they already know how to do it, and they have five people training with them, as going to the weekly trainings and to the STS once a month training. Now, what could happen is that by the end of the first year, you can have a team of 30 people, And if these people are doing 2,500 each, I mean 30 because 5 front level, 25 second. If everybody's doing 2,500, that will put you very close to the millionaire team with which is will be get 2,500. In this case, will be 3,750 royalty points plus a 2% bonus because of you will be already getting for a total of maybe $5,200 in checks a month. But if these people, if these 25 people in the next 6 months duplicate and each have 5 people, then you have a total of 155 people doing 2,500. That's 387,000 in business that your team will be doing, which give you 5% royalty check of 19,000 plus a 6% bonus because you will be on the president's team, very close to 20K, with a total of $42,000 a month in income, which is $500,000. The second example we were looking at, right? $500,000 income a year. Now, um, the way to do this faster is just making sure everybody start duplicating faster, meaning learning and teaching, and then everybody come together in a place that everybody can learn. Now, why is it important to have these support systems? Because that will give you freedom and that will support, like the name say, to everybody that is plugged in. Meaning that if this is you and you have this team and there is no support system, then if you go on vacation or if you have a personal matter that you have to be absent for 2 or 3 months, then your business might die because there is so many people and there is no way to support so many people. It's better to do a 2-hour training for 100 people, which is 200 hours in trainings, that once a week, than doing 2 hours a month for each people, and you wouldn't even be able to finish even if you try it. So you have to rely in a support system that everybody can be plugged in, and these 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week, I mean, it might look like um, it's really easy. I mean, formal education requires you more, like 5 hours a day, 4 hours a day for a week, for 5 years, and you just end up with a diploma. But this will be a real career. You will really build something for you and for your future. So that's the most important part. Now, and this is what we're talking about. Five who have five, $500,000 a year, right? Now, what if it takes you not 2 years or a year and a half, like the sample say, but it will take you 5 years, 10 years? Will still worth it? 15 years will still worth it? Yeah, because all your way down there, you will still be making money all the way down there. So most likely, um, even if it takes you longer, it's really worth it. Now, there is something called momentum, which means that if you speed up your work and you work a little bit more and you do a little bit more, that really shorten the time, the period that can take you to get there. Now, this is how we can qualify a line of three, and this is very important as a strategy to build your team faster. So basically, one of the ways to qualify supervisor, first you need to talk to everybody about why it's so important that they become supervisor. Number one, 50% discount in their own product use. Number two, royalties. I mean, 50% profit in every sale. Number three, royalty. I mean, this wholesale, which means if they are at 50% and they have a member at 25% discount, the company will pay them the other 25%. So that's called wholesale, and that's for the sales of their members, which are not supervisors yet. And also those orders of these members who are not supervisor yet counts as part as their personal volume or the 2,500 volume that they're building at least, right? So let's say this is you, and you find A, and if you're not supervisor, let's say you're A, right? And the key is you and your sponsor working with your center of influence, meaning people you make a list, and once you have a good result that you can share, maybe you have more energy, sleep better, and stuff like that, you organize a home opening party, which you invite at least 30 people confirm. That way, at least 10 will show up, and you have enough people to have at least 5, 6, 7 customers. If you have like 6, 7 customers of a breakfast, you will move over, over $1,000 in products. So you will move about maybe 1,000 points, which is the key. Because if you have like 4 or 5 customers and you move 1,000 points and then you do another order of 1,000 points. So recapping, if you start with the 1,000 point order, if you're new, it's one of the best ways to start. You don't have to start like that. There is no requirement to start like that. It's just better as a business decision because you have a 42% discount. In Salt Lake, it's about, with taxes and everything, it's about $800, $840, and you get about $1,340 in retail, which means that after you sell everything, you'll get 500 profit, right? Now, you could also look at that at $500 free in products for you. If you just sell, $800 in products, then you keep $500 in products for yourself. So that's another way to see it if you're just looking at your own personal consumption or just to have the discount and help some people, right? And these customers, your sponsor will help you help these customers. But the key is 42% is the best way to start. If you cannot do that, then you can do, if you cannot do the 1,000 points at 42%, you can also do 500 points at 35%, which is enough for 5 maybe healthy breakfast and for customers. And let's say that you do 1,000 points, which is for about 8 customers, a healthy breakfast, and maybe you keep one and sell 7. But let's say that you invite these 30 people, confirm 10 show up, you will get maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 that buy their breakfast, and then you already retail this. So what you do with that money that you just sold, you reorder another 1,000 points to sell it later, to resell to those people after they finish the products, and to maybe do another home party with your sponsor for the people that couldn't came to this first one, and also for the people around you. Now, if your sponsor have a nutrition club, you can also support yourself there, like bring your customers to the nutrition club to have it try it there. You can also organize like facial parties, weight loss challenges, different challenges that you can participate. You can build maybe like a group, a healthy, active lifestyle group that you exercise once, twice a week together. You can do all sorts of different things to start building a community that want to be healthier and want to live, healthier lives. So if you do this, and then inside these 6, 7, 8 people, or outside too, but most likely inside those, or if you're happy customers, you will find somebody that might also be interested in doing their own party, start getting their own customers, and also get the 50%. So the key is finding B as soon as possible. Always share to them about the possibility to get the products for free also, or even just, get the 50% maybe just for their consumption, or even make money if they're interested in making extra money without an extra job. And so with B, help B with their home opening party to find C, and then U, A, B, and C support C. U, A, and B support C with their own home party. And basically the key is that if the 3 of them start with 1,000 points, and within 2 months, no more than that, reorder that, like do another 1,000-point order, all of them will qualify supervisor. And this is easier for everybody because C and B and A, instead of accumulating 4,000 by themselves, which will take longer and is the other way to qualify supervisor, they will just need to do 1,000-point order, get 6 to 7 customers, and then do another 1,000-point order, and that's all. And right after they have the second order, they will have their part accumulated for that qualification. Now let's say V didn't make it. He just did 1,000 points, and this was October. It could be in 1 month. It could be like all this in 1 month, let's say October, or it could be within October and November, right? But let's say that B did it, but he couldn't do it. He did this order in October, but he couldn't do this in November. He could still do 1,000 points in December, and he will still keep that position. The same with A. C won't, but B and A, if they miss one of the month, they could do another 1,000 points the next month after that, and still keep that line underneath them. So it's very flexible. It's a great way to build a line of 3 we just start building our team. Because one, if we just have A, like we were seeing, we just have front level, then we don't have a team yet. But when A have a B and B have a C, we already have a team working together, you know. And if C duplicate that, then your organization start getting deeper. And once you get to 6 levels, you have a really, really solid and a stable line that will keep, you know, producing and earning, and everybody will be happy and working as a team. So, and if you have 3 of these lines, most likely you will be on a get team. And if you have like maybe 5 lines going to 4 or 5 levels, 5 different lines like this, most likely you will be on the millionaire team already. So I hope this helped. And one good plan will be to do your own personal production, but be thinking about who can you work with to generate this through their to a home opening party. You know, A might not even be interested in the business yet. Maybe they just want, you know, 50% discount on the products, or get free products with the, you know, with helping you help other people. But you know, this is what you want to do. You want to build customers under customers, and once they are already helping people, they have some customers and they are at 50%. If they come to a meeting, they will start maybe seeing the big opportunity they already have in their hands, and they just maybe change a little bit to more actively involved in the business. Well, thank you very much. I hope this helped, and we'll talk to you soon.